And once again, I am doing another special shout out to all my Patreons for the month of June 2017. Really appreciate everything you guys have done to help support me and my channel, and I just cannot thank you all enough. This shout out goes out to Science-SteelRail, Game Act 3, Josh Scorcher, Kimberly Cook, Paulkdragon, ZionKraze, Lunetiz, sorry if I get your names wrong, guys, Groza Dallocort, Flamerunner, HayleyCometra, Joshua Alton Sterrett, Akanu Balgshstahlay, again, sorry if I get your names wrong, my bad, the Watchful Pony, Jeffery Ritter, Charon, Jonathan Gardner, Sara Olsson, Lunetiz Mane, Harm's Way, Ryley Percival Miller, ZebronyCaptain, Thomaswriter, Mcfadden, FameStar01, Feather Scratch, Bright Idea, PiptinasAdventures, Eliste Olson, Jordan Lego Comics, YouTuber Critic, Arcus Acer, and Will Izine. Once again, a big thanks to all your support, guys, and keep an eye out for those rainbows. They will make you smile. Yeah, I'm gonna be one of those that didn't really get a big hype about this holiday episode. Okay, before the fire and brimstone fall from the sky on me, hear me out. This episode had some very good points and plot twists going for it, with certain insights into the lore of the Equestrian's history. It also provided some insight of how one individual's views for a holiday can easily bring a downfall in Equestria's world magic-wise. Both a scary and nerve-wracking thought, to be sure. But the episode tends to fall under the cliché Christmas Carol arc that I've seen one too many times, along with other complaints. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So Starlight Glimmer doesn't really care to celebrate the holiday because she was simply never into it, to both Twilight's and Spike's dismay. This in turn prompts Twilight to share the history of a heart-warming tale that tells the story of how a similar character named Snowfall Frost also didn't care for the holiday. In fact, the character found it so much of an annoyance that he attempted to create a spell to erase it from existence. Thus prompts the typical plot of A Christmas Carol, where three spirits visit Frost to share the past, present, and future of what his spell will bring. And here is where the episode flops for me. This is a story that has been told time and time again, with very little changes to the tale other than the scary development that Wendigos will return and cover Equestria in Deathwing ice, and the character comes to a quick conclusion that what they would do would endanger the entire equestrian world and what it stood for, and make amends to his fellow pony. The idea of Wendigos coming back to destroy Equestria if ponies were to stop caring about the holiday is definitely a fright, to be sure. Some ponies believe this was actually a fairy tale for the holiday itself, but who's to say it can't come true, especially based off Equestria's natural ability of getting into trouble with dark magic enemies. But once again, I'm annoyed that the show didn't really provide us with something new. A different view into the lore, for example. While it was nice to see Starlight take on a villainous-like role once again, I had hoped to at least see some newer characters to interpret the story, not the main six or Starlight in general. Or better yet, I would have liked to see a more updated or new story to the holiday special than to make plot devices that have already been used time and time again through various different versions, like Scrooged, A Muppet Christmas Carol, A Christmas Carol, etc. I would have hoped to see a more natural tale of ponies learning to adapt to their new lives as friends, battling through the first trials of the fact that they are different tribes that must use their advantages to work together to prosper and grow. That way we could have seen the development of how some of the holiday traditions were born in the first place. For example, like the Christmas tree. Rumor has it that in our Christmas holiday, people would bring in their plants and trees that they were growing out from the winter to give them a chance to survive, and saw it as an attempt to decorate for the holiday, or stockings being hung over a fire. Back in the day, that they used the fire to dry out their stockings during a long day, and someone discovered that, hey, these make great toy holders. That being said, while the story itself was overly predictable, the music was very entertaining, especially with Princess Luna's dark and cold ballad of what could come to pass should Frost have succeeded in his spell, or to Pinkie Pie's bubbly party song, and so on and so forth. But to sum up my opinion on the episode itself, it left a meh feeling for me. While the lore was kind of fascinating and the music entertaining, it didn't feel like its own original tale, but more like a remake of an already popular Christmas story that's been told since the writings of Charles Dickens. And that's all I have to say on this episode, Every Pony. Feel free to link, comment, or subscribe. I appreciate any support. Keep an eye out for those rainbows. They will make you smile.